Hi, welcome to another episode of Nerd Supernova. I am your host, Paul Michaels.
And I am KJ McDermott.
He just showed up. Anyway.
I just showed up, yeah. I apparated out of nothing.
Exactly. Today we're going to be talking about the San Diego Comic-Con trailers that are most important to us. Primarily we're going to focus on Stranger Things Season 2, Justice League, and though it was not released to the public, we both have seen good leaked versions of the Infinity War trailer.
Well, can we also talk about Thor? Because the new Thor
That's true, Thor Ragnarok. I knew I was forgetting
Thor
one.
Thor Ragnarok was awesome, too.
Alright, we'll talk about Thor. But let's start off, we'll start with like the TV stuff first. So let's do Stranger Things Season 2. That trailer was like expertly done. I cannot state.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, anybody who ever listens to this, or is a nerd like us, loved Stranger Things the first season.
Mm-hmm.
You were just waiting for the second season. Now the second season has the trailer, and you're just sitting there waiting for it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what I like is we did not see much of Will in the first season, and even though I liked him in the first episode, and I guess you could say the last episode too, I was kind of worried that like, oh man, now that he's back, and I'm glad that he's back, but like, what is he gonna do? And they made it very clear off the the end of the first season that like what they were hinting at in this trailer, and I feel so bad for him because he's home, but he's not home really.
No,
yeah,
I don't think he can ever be back home again because of what he's been through.
Yeah, but I love it though because like it adds another dimension to the character. And I want to see all the other kids react and like what they do and how they approach it. What I love too is like they don't like. I think they held a little bit back on 80s references in the first season to some degree. Like they make sure that you know it's 1980s, but they don't overdo it. Like they do it by atmosphere and music more than anything.
Yeah.
This and again, it's not forced. But it's great. They're at an arcade and they're playing Dragon's Lair.
Right.
And it's like, yes. And then you're hearing...
It's also like the Ghostbusters outfits.
That's what I'm saying, Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And then you're hearing Thriller in the trailer. And it's just so expertly used and done so well.
I have faith in this show.
Yeah.
I love this show.
It's not going to be like a one-trick pony, basically.
I hope not.
No, I hope not, too. Knock on wood.
Even if they're done after like season 2, I feel like if it wraps up well, it'd be great.
I could see it being a five season deal because they've said in interviews, or at least the Duffer Brothers have said that they're basically approaching it like Harry Potter. Like you're gonna come back to see the kids every year. They're gonna be a year older, but the story is gonna be continuing in one way or another. So yeah, I mean, don't get supernatural with it. Don't overdo it. But like I think if they do 5 seasons, like I think that'd be a good moderate number.
They actually have like an end.
Yeah.
To the storyline, that would be great.
But yeah, I do want to see the kids kind of grow up. I want to see them become like mature. I mean, honestly, I think the most that they're going to do is probably 7 because it's going to go to the year 1990. So they're not going to have it be in the 80s anymore. Like I could see that being the ideal because they're going to want to do it all the way to like 89, and then that'll end, and then that'll be it because you don't want to go into the 90s because by that point things start to change at that point.
I know, like. Different clothing, different like music.
Ninja Turtles comes out as a movie. But yeah, like I'm interested to see like what they're gonna do.
I love the fact that they were like the portal. Sometimes some portals like can't be closed.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that aspect of it. Like they opened the portal to the other dimension in the first series. Like sometimes you just can't close it. So like,
yeah,
what else is gonna come through?
Well, I love too because they make that the habit, and they I didn't get it at first, and they're saying in the comments, and I realized because in the first season they put this monster and they call it the Demigorgon, and that's what you see, and then at the end of season 1 they put a new monster like a spider type creature, and then that's what you're seeing in the sky in the trailer, and it's like, yep, that's going to be the new big one.
Reminds me like Sky Cthulhu.
Yeah, well, I'm interested to see like what they're gonna do, like where they're gonna go. Like I won't say I'm worried, but I'm wondering like how big a threat can be before like the army shows up and all this other shit happens, because it being confined to this one town is kind of silly to some extent if what's going on. But
how big can it get until it's
too much? Yeah, exactly. But I'm very interested to see like what they're gonna do, because what I liked about it, particularly, was that I was worried like when I was watching the first season that I was gonna love the kids after like the first episode. I was really loving them, and then they started going over to like the sister Nancy and her stuff, and I was like, well, I like her as a character, but I'm wondering if the teenager stuff isn't gonna hit as well. And it's great because it kind of goes when you're watching the first season
back and forth a lot.
Well, it goes back and forth between being Stand By Me to being, like a John Hughes movie with monsters, basically. Like it keeps going, it keeps kind of going back and forth, and I liked that.
Pretty in Pink with monsters.
Well, I mean, in a sense, but yeah, like that's kind of essentially what it is. But what I liked about
it pretty much is Breakfast Club with monsters.
Well, like I mean, I've been talking to you about this for a long time, but with movies and stuff, like a lot of like the best new like blockbusters, like what they do is they take something that people have known forever, and they give it like an A budget and like A directing and like A writing, and they make it something new. Like Jurassic Park is essentially just like all of the monster movies that Spielberg grew up with, except he made it his own thing.
Yeah.
Right? And Stranger Things is essentially like an 80s movie, except now it's like it's what our reflection is on seeing it years and years later, and like what stayed.
It's adding the old 80s horror genre with like nerddom into it.
Right.
But
it's taking.
It's not Freddy Krueger. It's monsters.
No, but they're taking like what worked, and like it's like when you're watching like say like Kill Bill, you're watching all of the old samurai movies that Quentin Tarantino grew up on, but like what worked.
Did a bunch of coke.
Yeah, but also like what worked about those films and like brought into like a new modern context, and that's kind of what Stranger Things does really well, and that's what they seem to be doing and continuing with this new season. And so I'm gonna see like what they're gonna do, and again, this is spoilers for season 1, but I love that they broke certain tropes because we expect her to be like like the sister Nancy to be involved with like the stupid jock idiot rich kid, and then she will eventually fall for like the poor kid who's kind of a creep.
Again, she doesn't. She stays with the jock.
Yeah, but again, they broke the trope because the jock actually fucking proves himself.
He changed himself to be a bit different.
Yeah, and he comes back and actually fights.
When I first watched it, I was kind of like, I didn't like it too much.
Yeah.
But with a season 2, I'd be happy to see
where they're gonna take it, and like if it goes back, and like, but again,
if he stays a stupid jock or if he actually did change.
Yeah, I'm interested to see like what they do, but I don't know. It's one of those things where like if they stay with the stereotype, is it changing, or at the same time though, like does it make sense for the story? Like, does it make sense for her to stay with that guy when that the better option is the kid who has been there the whole time and been like, no, this shit's happening, like we need to do something, kind of thing. So on the kid angle, all I want to see is 11 go to the snowball dance. That's all I really want. And I'm glad to see all of the kids back together and have their friend back. But again, like we're gonna see that dynamic change and stuff, and see what happens with them.
Does she like anything better than Eggos?
She probably does. She just hasn't had the time.
She moves on to actual like waffles. She gets obsessed with like IHOP.
She just gets like really fat, like when she gets older, and like Mike has to, and like all day the kids are trying to tell her like,
they have like all day breakfast. I can eat breakfast all day.
No, dude, 11 is getting really big. You need to, like, I had to roll her out. I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna cut you off, psychic powers, and she just like fucking.
Oh god, and she like murders half the kids. No, but yeah, no, I'm generally beating down. I'm very excited for season 2. I love the use of Thriller and Vincent Price in there. I just love the atmosphere it gives off.
Any use of Vincent Price is good.
Well, do you know what it is though too? Like a lot of it, like people mention Goonies and Stand By Me all the time, but there's a lot of you've probably seen the film. I know a lot of other people probably haven't, but my buddy of mine got me into it. The original Monster Squad from the 80s.
Monster Squad is awesome.
Yeah, there's so much Monster Squad in Stranger Things.
Jokes about when they're trying to make like the whole Universal.
Yeah,
with like the mummy.
Shouldn't they just make a Monster Squad 2?
They just make a fucking Monster Squad movie again.
No, don't even remake it. Make a Monster Squad 2 and have it be like all
the monsters coming back.
All the monsters are coming back, or have it be all of the new monsters. Have it be like Mike Myers, Freddy Krueger, the Chucky doll. Have it be like
keep it the original.
Keep it the original.
Like Dracula, like Frankenstein, like the Mummy, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, have them all coming back again, do a monster squad like that.
Yeah, but no.
Moving into your neighborhood and like the kids have to fight them. That would be great. I would love to see that movie.
But no, we have to fund the Tom Cruise Mummy action picture that no one asked for.
Nobody asked for. Nobody saw.
No, as of right now, I think it's actually still doing decent. I'm going to check this right now because.
Oh, don't even check it. Don't bother. Don't bother.
No. I want to because so the thing is with these movies, and this is the thing. The studio knows this.
The only thing that I was looking forward to in that
the studio knows this.
No, is the Jekyll and Hyde movie because Russell Crowe as Jekyll and Hyde. I would go and see that.
I would have seen that too.
I would see that because I feel like he could do a Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
But then they're only like hinting at him.
Well, do you know what the twist was at the end of that movie?
No, I didn't see the movie.
Tom Cruise.
The movie's terrible.
No, my buddy saw it and he told me the twist is that Tom Cruise becomes the mummy. The curse gets passed on to him. That's what he's technically the mummy, not the whole woman aspect.
Good guy.
He's a good guy. I assume he's a good guy with
Why
a curse. Why
is the mummy a good guy?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just that.
Does Samuel Jackson make an appearance and you just be like, I want to like?
No, because Hyde is essentially the Nick Fury. That's essentially No, so the best part about this is that they know that we're gonna hate it, but they do it anyway because they're making it for foreign audiences, and you can't deny it because it made 70.
In Japan?
It made 79 million domestically, and it made 317 million overseas. So it basically made a profit. Now, is it a big enough profit to make a sequel? Hopefully not. We can keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best and hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, sorry, we're getting off track here. But
is Hugh Jackman going to come back as Ben Helsing?
I wish. That'd be cool. I mean, the movie itself was kind of like meh.
Oh, that movie was terrible.
Yeah, but
it was a fun romp, but it was bad. You can't say it wasn't fun.
I enjoyed it. It's been so long since I've seen it, so I can't really give a accurate critique of it. I guess the best way to put it. Anyway,
let's move on to something better.
Yeah, Stranger Things 2 looks awesome. Okay, so the second thing on our list here is, unless you want to talk about Thor first, and then we'll talk about the teen movies afterwards.
It's up to you.
All right, let's talk Thor because.
Oh my god! I'm so excited for the next Thor movie.
Yeah.
Because it was alright. I love horror movies, and the big thing about horror movies is horror movies are short because
it's the shortest one. Yeah.
Attention span for horror movies. They always make them really short because they don't expect audiences to pay attention too long. It's a great rule for movies, and this Thor movie is going to be the shortest Marvel movie. I think they said it's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, and it's also the shortest Thor movie. Thank God.
But from all of the trailers, it looks glorious.
Yeah.
The newest trailer, they have the Hulk talking, which is straight from the comic books. I was talking to people at work the other day. They're like, well, why is Hulk talking? I was like, well, if you know anything about the comic books, Hulk can still talk.
It's just,
especially when Banner is starting to learn how to control him, he can still talk. He's just broken English Hulk, where he speaks in the third person.
The difference is,
I don't think they're gonna go into Joe Fix-It.
No. I mean, if they had, they could have tried with Age of Ultron, but let's not go into that.
But he can still, he's learning to control the Hulk more, which is showing the gradual evolution of Hulk.
Yeah.
Where he can still do full rage mode, where he's the strongest, but then
he's more in control where he's not.
Pull it out and be
So what No. But I've been told, because again, Universal, Mark Ruffalo has straight out called out Universal. Universal does not want to make money apparently. He's they don't want to work with Marvel. They don't want to make a solo Hulk movie. So we're just basically making Hulk have his own unique story.
I don't think the Hulk could carry us.
No, I know. There's that too. But he's essentially said that the Hulk story will be told throughout other movies, essentially, throughout Thor and Infinity. Hey, it works. I mean, it's Hulk. Hulk is Hulk, But me personally, as far as Hulk goes, I'm just interested to see how they do it, and I love Planet Hulk. I love Planet Hulk,
right?
And World War Hulk.
But they've already said this is only an inkling of the story of Planet Hulk.
Yeah,
it will be delved on like in other movies too.
Okay, well that's good. I want that. My thing is honestly is more about Thor. I told you this many times when we've had this
Mjolnir?
conversation. Well, no. That's its own thing. But you and I talked about this. I'm talking about as far as the character goes.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm pissed they got rid of his hair.
I'm annoyed at that too, but I like that they gave him back a helmet. But
He got the helmet back, but like I still want to see the hair.
I know. But here's
Give him a haircut. Like I
no.
get it. Like they want to like when he gets captured and everything, they want to give him like the buzz cut, like a military, like a high and tight almost,
Or like a Mad Max type deal going on there.
I
But
get that, but come on.
here's my
Hulk
thing
with
though.
The hair. I mean, not Hulk.
Thor
with the hair.
My thing is, and I've said to you many times, is movies aside, everyone. I joke with you as a DC fan. I always find it funny when people talk about how boring Superman is, and I'm like, Superman's been reinterpreted so many different times, and there's so many different stories.
We'll talk about Justice League later.
Well, no. But I'm giving an example because like I've always thought the most boring superhero has been Thor. And I don't mean against any Thor fans. I think the mythology of Asgard is very cool. I love the whole Loki.
Sorry, Mr. Fantastic is the most boring superhero.
Okay, that aside, but what I'm saying is that like I love the Thor and Loki dynamic and stuff like that. But I've always found Thor himself to be sort of boring. Like he's just a god and he has a hammer and that's it for me personally. And the movies didn't help me change about that much, honestly, because I thought the first Thor movie itself was like not that good, and the second one was
Brana could have done so much better.
Oh yeah, Brana could have done way better, but I don't.
It was so much better. I don't.
But I don't know. But I don't know like where the budget are concerned with that, and I don't know as far as like who they got to write that. But whoever they got to write it could have written it so much. I like that
guy. I love the actor. I love.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth is great as Thor. Don't get me wrong, and
I was saying Brana.
Like, but I can't even mention even Tom Hiddleston like being Loki like great, but
he encompasses the role like as much as I could ever hope for.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
but
Loki.
But I'm just saying that I've never found Thor like compelling, and the second movie was much better in my opinion. They got a lot more into the mythology. Asgard looked better. They definitely had a higher budget to say the least. I still didn't care about Jane Foster any, but I was a little bit more.
I don't think anybody cares about Jane Foster.
No, but I was more involved in the story to say the least. So when they announced Thor 3, I'm like, well, they better get me on this one because I'm kind of done at this point. And this movie is doing that. I mean, obviously they're borrowing elements from Guardians of the Galaxy. They're borrowing, doing Planet Hulk at the same time. But they're definitely embracing a lot more of the Asgardian and Jack Kirby, mythology and style, which is great. And then you have Jeff Goldblum. I mean, it's already made itself already. But for me personally, all I want is Thor to be interesting. Apart from saying, like another and dropping a beer or having a hammer or whatever. And they seem to be trying to do that because this hammer gets destroyed in the first, from the trailer, like right away. What I'm more interested in is what they're going to do with Cate Blanchett Hela, because the running theory is that she's essentially going to replace Death in the fact that Thanos is going to be trying to get her, he's going after her so much rather than the personification of Death as he does in the comics.
That's why we're missing Deadpool. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
No, okay.
And they've done Thanos versus Deadpool, which I still need to read. But anyway, I'm very on board as far as the movie looks. Also,
really, Cate Blanchett and Ryan Reynolds? That would be an amazing sex scene.
Oh, it would be. But
it would be.
Fun fact that they just announced. The fiery creature that I can't pronounce the name, but I know the character.
Oh, the big dude. Yeah.
Yeah. It begins with an S. Savitar. No, it's not Savitar. It's not Savitar.
Oh my God! Why can't I remember it?
I looked it up. Solter.
Like Suthor or something.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh wow. I'm having a brain fart.
So that character is going to have a voice. Guess who they got to voice the character?
Who's voicing him?
Clancy Brown.
No shit.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know who Clancy Brown is, and you should if you know comic books, but he's the one who voices Lex Luthor in the animated series of Superman and Justice League. He's
voice.
Yes, he's also the head prison guard in Shawshank. For those of you who don't know.
If you ever if you ever wanted a voice for Lex Luthor, he's it.
Yeah.
If you wanted like a menacing villain, he's it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple.
I loved to meet Clancy Brown. He's a cool dude, and he's in everything. He was in the freaking Daredevil season 2, and he's done with that, and now he's doing this. So I'm on board for that. The movie looks to be great. I'm interested to see like how they're going to do the Banner Hulk stuff the most though, because I'm intrigued how that's going to be
if you
taken.
control it or not, because when he first busts out those doors, it doesn't look like Vader's
controlling him. I'm wondering how much of there is Hulk and how much there is of Banner.
Like when he's talking, like we'll be interested.
No, he looks. Like, I think we're going to see a morphing because he looks different when he's talking to Thor than he does at the beginning of the movie, where he looks full Hulk.
When he's jumping out in the gladiator armor.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm hoping they don't borrow too much from Guardians, but at the same time, like they try to make it their own movie.
But then again, it takes place in space.
It does, which is fine.
You're saying they borrow from Guardians.
Well, I'm talking more. I'm talking more the aesthetic and like the '80s music and stuff like that.
I think that's just the trailers.
You think that's a trailer?
I don't think that the soundtrack is gonna be
80s. Okay.
I think that's just the trailers that they're doing.
They're just trying to get trying to get the Guardians people on board, maybe.
Like the fun music for the trailers. I don't think that that's gonna be the music in the movie.
Okay, that's fair.
I really don't think so. I think that that's just like the way that they're
marketing
it to get people excited for it.
Okay. All right. I could definitely agree with that. Either way, I'm more excited for this Thor movie than I was for the last two, and I will agree with you on that.
It already looks better.
Very, very much so.
Again, especially like the last trailer when she's like, "Oh, what are you the god of?" And then the lightning bolt happens, and he's like all lightning, and he looks up, and his eyes are like fucking
looks
Raiden.
Great.
He's fucking Raiden right there. And
it's really interesting though.
Like even without Mjolnir, he's like the god of thunder.
What's interesting though is we didn't see much about Doctor Strange, which is mentioned at the end of his movie.
Very true.
And Thor still has long hair by that point too, so I'm wondering if that's something that we see at the very beginning of the movie,
or is that just a weird teaser thing at the end of that movie?
And then we just never see that resolution. That'd be interesting. But okay.
Who knows?
Anyway, let's move on to the team stuff. Justice League. All right, you know what? You're more Marvel. You've been kind of mixed in the DC universe. How does the trailer look to you personally?
Aquaman looks awesome.
I can agree on that.
That's the first thing that I can say about that new trailer. Aquaman, that everybody has always shit on forever. Aquaman looks fucking awesome. And how many people is he going to ride? I mean, like,
Mirror for one, probably.
Definitely. But like all the other people that he just like fucking kills and then just like smashes through a building and like riding on top of them. He looks great. I'm excited to see Khal Drogo be
Arthur Curry.
Awesome. Yeah. He looks great. Flash, I think, seems perfect from the new trailer. Like the whole joke where like Commissioner Gordon is talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Then everybody disappears and he looks back and like Flash is standing there and he's just like, "Oh, they all left. It's kind of rude, isn't it?"
Then he just leaves.
And then he disappears too. Like,
yeah. But I feel
like they got the feel of the Flash right.
I loved his comment being like, "You guys just seem all ready for battle. Like, I don't do battle. I've pushed people.
Never done this before.
I've pushed people and I run away, and it's great." So it's interesting though too, because I know for a fact he's Barry Allen Flash, but a lot of if you've watched the animated series, and at that point too, Barry hadn't come back because he'd been dead in the comics for a long time. The version that most people are familiar with in the modern age is, with the exception to the TV show, is Wally West.
Yeah.
It was a much more fun and carefree version of the Flash. And
do you feel like they're going to combine the two? Do you think they're going to keep them separate, or do you think they're going to kind of combine the personalities?
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Barry. I think it's going to be Barry Allen's, life and origin. But I think the personality is going to be closer to Wally West. Yeah. I mean, that's what seems to be the case.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't mean to get off topic, but it is in the same universe. Do you know what they're doing for the Flash movie?
No.
They're going into Flashpoint.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's complicated.
Oh, it's complicated. But you know what? That's, for me, I already figured that was at some point going to be talked about, because if you know the comics, Flashpoint, the big warning sign that it's happened is his dad being in jail, Barry Allen's dad being in jail, because in the original origin, his parents were fine. He was just a scientist that got struck by lightning, and he became the Flash, mixed with chemicals. But when Reverse Flash fucked up his timeline because he just wanted to fuck with Barry Allen, he framed Barry's dad with murdering Barry's mother when it was really Reverse Flash. And this was when Barry was a child, so Barry hadn't even become the Flash yet.
Do you think they're going to go into that, but they're going into that.
Well, they're probably not.
Movie?
They're not going to go into it in Justice League. You're going to see him probably visit his dad in prison, as evidenced by the trailer.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna get that probably till the Flash film, or we're going to find out that the Reverse Flash has been fucking with him.
All right. What did you not like? I mean, the trailer
I know.
What did you not like from the Justice League trailer?
I've watched it many times. To be quite honest, I can't think of too much that didn't make me happy.
Cyborg.
Well, Cyborg, yeah. So Cyborg is very serious. Now, to be fair, I have read the comics, and
I'm very hesitant about Cyborg.
Well, here's the thing. So I do know this because I grew up with the TV show, and Teen Titans is a great show. And in that version of the Teen Titans, which were heavily based off of the 80s comics, they chose to make Cyborg much more upbeat, and that's where his catchphrase "Booyah" came from.
Yeah.
And that's what he's known for. And even in the Injustice 2 game, they have him saying "Booyah." Like, that's his catchphrase. That's his thing that he does. It's essentially like what Deadpool does with Chimichangas.
I'm not even saying, like, do you think Cyborg fits, though?
I think.
I mean,
well, here's the thing. I mean,
he's a very random character to throw in there right away.
Well, the thing, so there's many things. One, there's a lot of fans that want a Martian Manhunter, and I totally understand that because
everybody wants Martian Manhunter because, like, come on, it's fucking Justice League.
I get it.
Everybody wants Martian Manhunter.
So the thing is, like, how does it pertain to the story? That's what I really care about. Like, how does Cyborg make sense in the story?
We're missing one alien. Let's bring in another.
Well, here's the thing, though. So it is heavily based off of Justice League Origin from the New 52, where Cyborg was a member of the Justice League in the founding and not Martian Manhunter. But he actually does have a point, though, because he is made from
mother boxes.
Yeah,
which
and
adds to the storyline.
Yeah, the mother boxes refer heavily in this movie because they're facing parademons and new gods. So not only that,
but then also like the CGI on him.
Well, the CGI has gotten better with every trailer. Like, he looks ridiculous in the first like teaser trailer that they did like a year ago, and by this time he looks a lot better. I mean, like,
true.
I think he looks good. I mean, I've seen bad CGI. I only have to watch the first Green Lantern movie to say bad CGI. So I think it's an improvement over that. I think they learned their lesson, or at least Warner Brothers did, with doing that shit. So hopefully it'll be good. It's different because they make it like his whole body essentially is almost robotic. Like, there's some living tissue underneath that, but it's essentially almost like 90% robot.
He's a cyborg.
Oh, I know, but like in the other versions, he's had part of his body be like skin and some of it be mechanical. This is like almost full on like metal body. That's what I'm saying.
No, there's still parts of him that like look human.
I guess, but I'm saying that, like, as far as looking and seeing human skin, you're just seeing pretty much like part of his face. Yeah. So it's a little bit harder. I'm saying as far as movement and CGI.
Like RoboCop.
Yeah. Here's the other thing too, though. From what we can tell from BVS and from this movie, is that he's more or less just been Cyborg.
Everybody's mother is Martha?
Yes, everyone's mother is Martha.
So they're all friends.
Anyway, point being is that his transformation has been very recent. So
yeah,
he's had to deal with.
Maybe he's still learning. Maybe that's what.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Again, he's not. He's probably. I mean, look. In the comics and from what this movie looks to be, is that he.
Don't get me wrong. I would love to see Cyborg in the movie. I love the character.
Yeah, Cyborg's a cool character.
I want to see him in there. I just want him done right. And so that's
you want him to be more upbeat, and I get that. But
then again, we're nitpicking from a trailer.
I'm saying we're probably going to see him be a little bit more upbeat, maybe by the end of the film. But I'm assuming that when they go to Cyborg, he's you understand?
He probably just awoken.
Yeah.
His new body, he's still kind of like
he
getting adjusted to it.
Yeah, you understand too is he was like a star athlete with like a scholarship, so all that's gone. So I'm just saying, and the fact is he already has like a tense relationship with his dad, and his dad basically like rebuilt him.
He's getting readjusted.
Yeah,
so he's probably still.
That's what so that's what I'm seeing them taking it as far as. And I've seen that actor like talking in interviews and stuff. He is Vic Stone. Like, they cast him perfectly as far as like looks, and his personality is very much Cyborg. So I see them going towards that. It's kind of like how like the Flash suit, where it looks like the mechanical thing, and then they're going to give him a much more improved version of the suit by the end.
That's the funny thing is like years ago when we saw Flash, I liked the Flash suit in the trailer.
Yeah,
it looks like a Flash suit. I mean, it's not like spandexy.
Yeah, but
it looks like Bruce made him a new suit.
Well,
but
I
it
think.
works.
Well, so what I know is that the suit that we see in the trailers is like his own doing. Like that's like his homemade suit essentially. He made it out of like parts that were like made for like rockets, things that don't, like get destroyed with like a lot of friction over time, because he's a scientist. And but I could see Bruce making him a new outfit so that he doesn't have to, get into that thing all the time. But anyway, as far as the trailer goes, I was very pleased with the trailer. I like the tone. I like the pacing. I like what they're doing with it. What I see this being is that BVS was essentially Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman's, introductions or reintroductions into what they are to this overall universe. And what I see Justice League being is Aquaman, Cyborg, and Flash's story and how they relate to the universe. And then
Instead of just like a computer like hack.
yeah, it's fine, dude. It's just one
I'm
giant.
just bringing it
I
up
know
because
you
I have
do. You
to.
bring it up in every review
I
we
know,
talk
but
about.
I fucking have to because that shit was so out of fucking place.
I liked it. It's a ridiculous Easter egg. It was whatever. Anyway, point being is that I think all the actors playing the new roles more or less fit what they were going for. From what I can tell, they're really working hard to make it like work between being.
He looks awesome.
Okay, yeah, and
It looks great.
Can we talk about J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon though?
Oh my god! Like, if he wasn't doing Jonah Jameson,
Yeah.
he would be.
I mean, I wanted Bryan Cranston like way back before it even got announced.
He'd be great too, though.
But like, and then I heard that they got J.K. Simmons, and I was like, oh no, that's fine, that's totally fine. Please
Already
continue.
in love with it? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even need to see the movie. Already in love with it.
Yeah.
Because,
And he looks great. He looks like a Tim Sale drawing of Commissioner Gordon. It's great.
It just goes to show how versatile like, he is.
No, he's a great
I can
actor.
be a news reporter or I can be a commissioner.
I grew up watching him as the Shrink on Law and Order, so like for me it's just like awesome. But okay, yeah, everything looks awesome. Even Steppenwolf, I was really worried about what they were going to do with the new gods because I didn't know how they were going to approach it.
Well, we already talked about this before, but obviously Steppenwolf is just the messenger.
Yeah, he's the general.
Yeah,
and
he goes there. Obviously, they're going to beat him.
Yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't be much of a series if they lost.
But you know what I like though, is he says there's no protectors here, no lanterns.
Yep.
No Kryptonians.
No. Yep.
Yep. And so
he already knows about lanterns.
Mm-hmm. So he's like,
which just means
you know what he is though. He from what they're like trying to set it up as, like he's essentially like, I wouldn't say not exactly, but he's basically like a Silver Surfer. He's a herald. He pretty much is like, yep, this world is ripe. No one's protecting it. I'll take it. I'll take this world just like I did for all the others for Darkseid, and it'll be great. And it's great because from what it looks like, because we're gonna obviously see.
Obviously, they're gonna beat him, and then Thanos is gonna show up and be like, "Oh fuck it, I'll do it myself."
I hate you. Anyway, but no, like the trailer, obviously this one and the previous one, there's the teaser and the two full length ones. This being the second. The first one shows this giant war happening, and then in this one we see more of it. And I think what happened is that the new gods went to Earth centuries ago, but the Amazons and the Atlanteans fought back.
Defeated them.
Yeah, and pushed them back.
They're coming back now.
And now they're coming back because the Atlanteans and the Amazons have gone into seclusion where they're not, at the forefront anymore, and they're also getting like,
they kind of tease that too because like
he comes out of the boom tube from the Amazons
in the Amazon place,
mm-hmm.
and one of the other ones is down in Atlantis.
Well, yeah, basically you
see them trying to fight them underwater and everything.
So this has been talked about for like a year now because of everything that happened with BVS. Like Zack Snyder was like, yeah, what you saw there with Steppenwolf and Lex Luthor, like he's basically telling Lex that there's 3 mother boxes, basically one for man, one for Atlanteans, one for Amazons. That's who they were given.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the new gods maybe, and probably not the ones from Apocalypse, probably from New Genesis, went to Earth and gave them mother boxes to be like, you can come to our, like as like a peace offering or something, and then maybe manipulate. That's what I'm assuming. So that's the thing too, is that everyone assumes that Superman that Alfred is talking to at the very end of the movie, it's assumed that's Superman because he makes the joke about oh, let's hope you're not too late. But a lot of fans have been saying different things, and they think it's either Supergirl because of like talking about Kryptonians. Again, these are all just fan
Do you
theories.
think that you're
No.
gonna bring Supergirl in before they bring Superman back?
I'm just
Bullshit.
saying these are just fan theories. Some people think it's Future Flash, which actually doesn't sound that far off because with the mechanical gear and the
I
fact
can see Future Flash before I see Supergirl.
oh yeah, no, for sure. I'm just
I
again,
can see Superman before anybody
and again,
else.
I'm just throwing stuff out there. These are fan theories. Some people could think it
they've
could.
already talked about him getting rid of his mustache for it, so come on.
Oh yeah, no, he's always going to come back. Everyone knows that. Who knows the comics and stuff. But
Spoiler alert: Superman's not dead.
I think though, my theory is that when we go to see, this is my personal theory. My theory is that by the time that scene happens in the actual movie, Superman's already come back and is already fighting Steppenwolf and some of the other new gods maybe, or whoever, like the parademons, pushing them back to Apocalypse. And they need help. Like even Superman, while like great and helping them out and everything, it's not enough. And it's like a red herring. We're meant to believe that that's Superman because of all the stuff that.
Well, we know it. We know it's not a lantern.
No. I think what it is.
Cast.
I think who it is Orion.
What?
Do you know who Orion is? You don't know who Orion is.
I don't.
So do you know who Mr. Miracle is?
Yes.
Okay. So
I know Mr. Miracle.
When High Father of New Genesis, the good guys, and Darkseid of Apocalypse made truce, and they've made many truces. One of the truces that they did is they exchanged their sons to do a treaty.
But
no, hear me out.
Even you're getting into this, but then again, do you think they're going to go with like this weird of a character?
I know it's very obscure, and a lot of my friends are saying
they're going to go into that with
a
new movie for new audiences.
No. But hear me out, because
if I don't know it, do you think they're going to go with it for like the?
I'm just saying,
audience?
hypothetically, I think what they might do is that they're going to show all this New God stuff. They're going to show like Steppenwolf and the parademons, and everyone's like getting attacked.
If that was like an Easter egg scene, would they show it in a trailer?
But what I'm saying is that we're gonna fans are assuming that it's Superman, already assuming it's Superman, not realizing that it's actually teasing something else.
If it's not Superman, I could see Martian, or I could
see
Future
Flash or Green Lantern. Yeah, no, and again,
it
could be any one of those. My personal theory is it'd be great if they did it to be Orion, because Orion is basically it's setting up like a New Gods movie for one, but Orion is like one of the great mythos with New Gods because he is Darkseid's son, raised by High Father. So not only is he already a connection to Darkseid being his son, one, two, he's a representation of the good side of the New Gods, because he'll be basically like, look, I'm Orion, and I'm and we're the good guys.
I'm gonna be the stupid movie audience and say it's Superman.
Okay, it probably is Superman.
It is.
I just think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool if it was Orion as well.
You and I would love for them to do more comic mythos. But it's going to be something
it's going to be Superman.
Cheap and easy, and it's going to be Superman.
I don't know. It depends what the studio and Jeff Johns and Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon want to do. I don't know.
It's actually Plastic Man. They're going to bring in Plastic Man.
I would think that'd be hilarious.
Totally random.
You
just hope that you could save us. You're like, oh sure. And
you do realize though, I didn't realize this even recently, and I'm a DC fan. Plastic Man's considered one of the most dangerous characters in the DC universe.
I wasn't making the joke for no reason.
Okay, I'm just saying hypothetically. But yeah, okay. But overall,
he turns into a bouncy ball and kills all the parademons just by bouncing around like a ping pong.
I'm just very excited, honestly. I want to see Superman come back. I want to see just.
Well, we know he's going to.
Well, here's the thing, though, because I've been talking to you about this for years. Because whether it's Man of Steel or BVS, the Ultimate Cut, Justice League for me as a fan.
I want to see fucking Bizarro. I want to see
Bizarro will probably come. I don't know about
Mixapitalik, whatever the hell.
Yeah, I think the second one's closer. But here's the thing. Justice League is essentially what we've been building up to. I know it's been a little fast, but it's the resolution to this big story they've been teasing since 2013 about all these characters coming together, this giant fucking universe, and just being the Justice League, Superman being redeemed, everyone
actually
coming.
Captain Adam comes. Oh, let's hope you can help us, and he just goes there and just fucking detonates himself.
Yes, I bet it's Captain Adam. What is hold on.
Gesundheit. Bless you.
Oh, excuse me.
Kendall, salute.
Give me. Sorry, but no. I'm hoping that we can get more either teases for the wider Lantern universe, which is more hypothetically possible because they are doing the Green Lantern movie by 2020.
Yep.
So we probably will get something about that. They even Jason Momoa has teased that Green Lantern might be in the movie. I mean, everyone kind of thinks that he's going to be in the film. But if not that, I'd like to see either Superman or my personal preference would be Orion because I want to see a New Gods film.
All right,
but that's
cool.
me.
So
okay,
that trailer. Let's just go into the leaked one.
All right, I'll have you start.
We don't have much to talk about because it's leaked, and let's wrap this up.
All right, well, fine. Okay, I didn't know you were under such a rush.
I think like if we keep them shorter, people will listen.
Okay, fine. Well, you're the Marvel fan. You go into the Infinity War trailer.
Infinity War trailer, the leaked one. I watched like 3 or 4 different versions of the leaked trailer from San Diego Comic-Con. Oh my god, it's fucking gorgeous. It's so great. It's everything that the past like 10 years of nerddom has led to, and it looks so great because you get to see all these other characters doing stuff. You get to see like Spider-Man seeing his spider sense, like in like the bus where like he like looks at his arm and like he gets goosebumps and all of his hair is standing on end, and like that's his spider sense, him like realizing his spider sense. But then you see all these other like things happen. I watched it multiple times and I loved it every time I watched it. But it just also shows like
everything coming together.
Everything finally coming together. And like that's everything that we've been waiting for, and we get to see it. And I'm waiting for them to like actually officially like show it, because then I can see it in good quality and not somebody on their camera phone.
So my nitpick, because again we'll go into full description of the trailer, but my only nitpick, because you had nitpicks with Justice League, my nitpick is that Thanos is not in his armor.
Yes.
But the Russo brothers have talked about that already.
Because with the
Infinity Gauntlet,
Stones,
he doesn't need the armor. Yeah. But
before
I found
he had them, he needed the armor.
But see,
now that he doesn't need the fucking armor, he's strong enough to have the stones.
It does make sense to me.
It's more of like a pride thing. It's more of like him being like, "Oh fuck you, I'm already strong enough.
I'm already a god. I don't
need the armor."
Yeah. My thing is this.
I still want to see him in the armor.
I still want to see him in the armor too. But it's not even just an aesthetic thing. It's like, because I loved reading the Infinity Gauntlet, because Jim Starlin, if you know anything about Marvel Comics, Jim Starlin is pretty much the godfather of like Marvel cosmic mythologies, essentially. Like he wrote a lot of Adam Warlock. He wrote the Infinity Gauntlet.
I'm pissed Adam Warlock is not supposed to be in this.
I know.
Sorry.
I'm saying that
right now.
I agree with you. But essentially,
what the fuck? Like, sorry.
But essentially, Infinity Gauntlet being a great story. He's in, the clothes that you see him in, where he's just like regular Thanos and not armor Thanos. That's essentially what. Because it
looks like when he's defeated.
Well, when he's defeated at the end, he goes into self-exile, and he's basically kind of like free in a sense. It's really weird. It's a weird ending, but it's a cool book. And he's dressed like self-exile, so symbolically it looks weird to me. You know, like aesthetically it looks weird to me. Like I get why it is what it is. Like I understand. But I just feel it's more intimidating with him looking the way he always has. I guess that's.
But then again, they're bringing in the Black Order. I didn't think they would. I thought it was just gonna be Thanos.
So no, I've looked into the, because you know me, I don't know as much Marvel. I've looked into the Black Order and stuff. Now the Black Order is actually more of a
hand-selected general.
Yeah, no. But is it a newer thing by comic book standards? What? Because I don't think, are they in the Infinity Gauntlet? Because
Yes.
They are in the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah,
okay. Because I did not remember them in the Infinity Gauntlet for some reason. And I've seen them only more recently in like more modern comics and everything. But now, you as a Marvel fan, explain.
Think of it like what you made the joke of, like when I said it to you. Like Apocalypse is like 4 horsemen.
Yeah, he's got this.
Thanos has his own selected people to do different things.
Well, that's
so
why
when he goes and like takes over places. He has his own generals to go and do stuff under him.
That's why I love the X-Men, because they have their own version of everything, even though they're in the same universe as well, technically in the comics. But anyway, explain to me the differences with the Black Order, and how they differ to the movie versions, because I think you already know.
I don't know how they differ from the movie versions. I haven't seen the movie yet.
No, I'm saying as far as what you've seen, because didn't you tell me that they were like one was like an
Well, I'm pretty sure in the comic books there was 5 of them, and now I've only been seeing 4 of them.
Yeah, well, isn't one of them combined with something else,
I
or
don't know.
one of them has a name of something where it's like what the actual name of the other name of the Black Order is or something, but it's actually the name of one character now or something like that. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's too much then. But I heard something about that. But either way, they look accurate to their comic book counterparts for the most part, and
movie versions of them from like from the statues that they put up at like the Disney thing.
Yeah, D23 now.
They look glorious.
They look good.
They look great. They look what I would expect from movie versions of them. Like obviously they look a little different, but they still look like the characters.
Yeah, they look like the MCU versions of the characters.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm excited to see them. Like I'm surprised they even did them. I did not think that they would even do them. I thought that it was just gonna be Thanos. But then bringing that in, that has a whole like other aspect of how he can bring down the Avengers. Because we've already heard like how it's gonna be like 30 characters versus him, and it was like, how is it gonna be 30? Oh wait, they're bringing in the Black Order. That would make more sense because if they go into like the full storylines, then multiple of them are fighting the other guys. It's not all of them fighting Thanos. They have to fight the other guys, which is so different because each of them have like different powers and like how to like manipulate and like do other
I'm
things
just hoping.
to their characters.
So here's the thing though, because like, so Infinity War is essentially now Avengers 3. The original plan seemed to have been like a part 1 and part 2, and part 2 was going to be Avengers 4, but now Avengers 4 is going to have a different title, I guess. Is that the case? That seems to be what the case is. Well, what I'm wondering is it going to be one self-contained movie? I think essentially it is.
I'm pretty sure. My theory is that the end of Infinity War is going to be him getting the final stone.
Okay.
And then the next Avengers movie is going to be them fighting him full force.
And it's just going to be one giant battle the whole movie?
Is going to be him collecting the stones.
Oh, getting the rest of
the stones. Then the next movie is going to be them finally like trying to take him down. Okay. That's my theory.
No, I don't think that's a bad theory. I think that's going to be correct because not only
Loki giving him like the Tesseract,
mm-hmm.
it's going to be him ripping the
thing
the
from
stone
Vision.
Yeah.
Vision. No, it's good though because it gives a reason for all of the characters to come together.
Asgard has a stone.
Well, didn't they give the red stone?
Nova has a stone.
I was gonna say they gave the red stone to the Collector, right?
The Collector has a stone. Like there's this different stones that he has to actually collect, and I feel like this movie, like the first one, is gonna be him getting them all, them trying to stop him while he's just on a warpath to get them all. Then it's gonna end with either a bunch of people dying or all this crazy shit, and then the second half of the movie is going to be them uniting to finally like take him down. So
here's the thing. I want to talk about Iron Man and Cap for 2 seconds because it looks like Cap is going to essentially become. It's been rumored.
Exile.
Yeah, well, it looks like essentially like what they're trying to do. This is the rumor. I don't know if this is confirmed, but it looks like they're making him essentially Nomad. And for those who don't know what Nomad is, Nomad was in the 1970s when Richard Nixon was in office. Captain America stopped being Captain America and became the character called Nomad, which was essentially Captain America, but no allegiance to any particular anything. He's just Nomad. He's a guy who is for the greater good of everything, but not Captain America, essentially.
And it allows him to grow a beard.
Well, do you think he's going to become Nomad? Does that seem to be like what they're doing?
Well, they've already hinted at it.
Okay.
They've already hinted at him
with the war criminal
not
aspect.
Being Captain America anymore.
Okay.
He threw down the mantle, and now he's just fighting his own fight, more or less.
Okay. Do you think they're going to kill off Tony Stark?
I think they're going to kill off a lot of people.
Okay, but do you think like they're going to be permanent deaths, or do you think they're going to be deaths that are going to last? You know, actually like last. They're not going to.
How can you say anything lasts when somebody can?
What I'm saying.
Strange still has a time stone.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, are they? You think they're going to kill off some people at the end of the movie, and then the second part is going to bring them back?
I think a lot of people are going to die, and then they are going to bring them back. there's already been leaked pics about Quicksilver being back.
Yeah, well, but
And-
no one like was amazed. Like, oh no, he
like,
dies. Oh no, we'll never see him
I
again.
also feel like with the different stones and everything, like with manipulation and time and illusions and everything, they've already. I feel like Yondu might come back.
Well,
for a scene or two.
Yondu's already supposed to be in it, from what I've heard. Not only
No,
that,
but like that was supposed to be like just to like throw people off the scent of what happened in Guardians 2
okay,
for Yondu stuff. But then again, is it? Because if Yondu comes back for a weird illusion scene, is it actually Yondu? Is it him?
that's
Is
true.
it just an illusion?
And we don't even know.
So
and
we
we know. Sorry,
with all of the stones, you can't tell.
you don't know what he's gonna do
we
or
don't
what
know what's leaked on purpose. What's leaked.
We also
to
don't
throw
even
us
know.
off the scent.
We don't even know if Thanos is probably going to use Quicksilver to manipulate Scarlet Witch to grab the thing.
That's the thing is like you see these leaked pics and these like leaked things. Are they leaked on purpose? Are they leaked not? Are they meant to be throwing us off or not? Like they're being very either
vague.
clever or stupid about
I
it,
would say
and you
vague.
can't tell which one they're doing.
But that's what they want you to think, you
Right?
know. But yeah, either way, I'm excited as a fan.
I don't think Spider-Man's gonna die.
Well, no, because he's Spider-Man.
I don't think Doctor Strange is gonna
No,
die.
the newer characters
everybody
are
else-
safe.
Everybody else,
Yeah,
up for grabs. Like
Hawkeye.
fucking Hawkeye. Who knows about Hawkeye or Captain or Scarlet Witch or Tony or it's a whole list of people. Like, is Hulk gonna die? You don't. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
That's the thing. Is like
As long as he's not killed by Hawkeye
then
shooting
again,
him in the head with an arrow,
in-
we should be
in-
fine.
in the Infinity Wars, like a bunch of them died, and then
Yeah, they
time
were
was,
brought
like,
back.
reversed,
Yeah,
and then it happened.
that's
all
what I'm
over
saying.
again.
Because in
So
Infinity
it's
Gauntlet
like,
they were all killed and they brought
could they
back.
all die, and then like time gets reversed, and then they do it all over again a different way? Like, who knows?
All right, but are you excited?
I don't know. Could you tell?
I think you're pretty excited. Yeah, I'm interested to see. Like, I just feel bad for Spider-Man because he has to go through so much, and he's barely been Spider-Man for like 2 years. So, but oh well. Welcome to
Look at fucking Ant-Man. He's gonna be involved in it, and like he doesn't care about any of this shit.
He's just Paul Rudd.
Yeah, it's just Paul Rudd being like, "Oh my god, like what the fuck am I doing?"
All right, so we're both excited. We can't wait. Okay.
I'm excited for all these movies.
Oh no, I'm excited for all of them, and in general. I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that.
As we've said many times, it's a great time to be a nerd.
Yeah, I think I posted on Facebook, didn't I? I said like, man, all these trailers are coming out from San Diego Comic-Con, and they all look amazing.
Right?
So, okay, last thing of the night, just because this like just happened today, the new pics for Domino came out and what she looks like in the movie.
Josh Brolin looks great. He's got a great like workout, and like he's been posting the pics of him looking awesome.
He's gonna be good as Cable.
Domino.
Okay, here's the thing. So I don't know much about the actress. I have not watched Atlanta, but I've heard she's great in Atlanta. I imagine she's a good actress. I imagine Ryan Reynolds being, as much
I'll say
stake.
the same thing that I thought about like the female doctor. I'll wait to see the performance.
Yeah, I mean, the look personally, it's different. It's not what I would
The
have
only thing I
done.
don't like is the hair.
The hair, Domino has very straight hair, but I mean,
Yeah.
she's
Well,
not.
I-
She doesn't look comic book accurate. I guess is the best way to put it.
No, she doesn't. But
And I don't care that she's black or white or whatever. It's just like she doesn't look like
well,
Domino.
I'd rather her be white. Not saying Caucasian.
No, you're saying because she has
I'm
white
saying
skin in the.
she's white.
She's like-
as in like.
but she has-
bleach white.
Yeah, she has bleach white
I'd
skin.
rather her see like I don't care the actress or whatever. I'd rather her be bleach white with a black eye, not like a black eye, but like a black circle.
Yeah,
around
the black
her
circle
eye.
like she has. Yeah, people who don't know who
I'd
Domino is.
rather that, but I'll wait to see. Question mark?
I mean, look, I
Who
trust
knows?
Ryan Reynolds. I trust them. I trust the writers to do it well, and I trust them to have cast well. So I
The
assume
picture
she'll be
was
fine.
really funny with her laying
Yeah,
on
on
a
a
Deadpool carpet.
yeah, which is pretty
Yeah,
funny, and the red
I-
carpet and all that
yeah.
jokes. Yeah, I didn't catch it until like the third time I looked at it too. By the way, so I thought that was even funnier.
Anyways, yeah.
Anyway,
I'm done.
overall, that's all I gotta say, and can't wait for Deadpool 2 and all the movies coming out, and it looks great, and it's gonna be a good year and next year hopefully.
If you
so.
listen this long into it, I love you.
I'm just glad to be here. Okay, anyway, that's all I got to say. And
Bye, guys.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one, guys, and hopefully, let's hope for the next all these movies to be amazing. So yeah.
Yep.
Yep.